right there. And by that time, all kinds of things began to happen.
You walked out of where?
That's one plane flew over. That was a B-25, and it was an open bombing doors, and they sent all these pamphlets to us and told us that the war is coming to an end, and soon it will be over. And the Japanese, they came over, they were very angry and excited over it, and they tried to pick them all up, but they sent a lot of pamphlets down, so we knew it already anyway. And from there, but then by that time also we had that revolution in Indonesia going up.
Right, so the revolution where the Indonesians wanted the Dutch out and the Japanese out.
Yeah.
Merdeka.
And so, and they wanted to come in our camp and take whatever they could find. And they said, they closed the doors, they turned their machine guns around, and now they were shooting the people on the outside.
So the Japanese guards were shooting on the Indonesian people?
Oh yeah, now the Japanese, they were then guarding our camp, our concentration camp, against those Indonesian hordes that were coming by. And
wow,
then,
what a switch.
Yeah. And then at one time, they opened the door, and some other people came in. Some of us were older than me, and that's because in camp number 9, these Indonesians slaughtered half the people, half of the thousands of people in there. And then they quickly brought whatever's left to my camp, and so they slipped me in, and they all closed the door again. And it was late in the evening, and it was kind of dark, and I was just roaming around looking at these people. And then I bumped into someone, and I said, oh, sorry, or something in Dutch, of course. But and they stopped and said, wait a minute, you sound familiar. And I said, they said, who are you? He says, well, I'm Albert Straub. And they said, wow. And but turned out they were my 2 older cousins, and they were about 17, 18 years old.
Were they the ones who lived with you on the sugar plantation in Yogyakarta?
Yeah, they were all.
Okay, so you were reunited with them.
Yeah, that was, and by the time they also said you could go to Australia, and so I hung on to one guy and said, I'm going to go to Australia, and he says, that's okay, but when my cousins came back, I told him, go to Australia, and he says, no, you're not, we're going to find our family back. And then, by that time, I guess there might have been a lull in all the activity, and we could leave the camp. I tried to find my mother in another camp, but I couldn't find her. And so then we went on this little bitty sugar train, very small, and everyone was cramped in there and on the top of it, and I was on the bottom thread of when you get into the wagon. And so after and it was going, and I had to hold my legs so I wouldn't hit the ground. And I was just holding on the pile, and once in a while I just could hold them up, and I tried to find something to rest them on. But anyway.
How old were you when you were liberated from the camp?
Well, that was 1947, I guess. So I was born in 33. So
okay. Okay, so the sugar train, and you're back in Yogyakarta, and you're looking for your mother.
And so we came on this train station, and lots of people going around, and my cousin says, look, you can go around, don't leave the station, you can go around, look for things, but I want you to come, every time you come back to this corner of the station. And so I went around a couple of times, people still coming down, and so. And one time I turned the corner and I ran into my mother. And my mother told me she was already there. And